This customer ordered an animal and a rampage. Now he wants a Quasar Dom. Let's get this guy set up. Now, isn't that pretty? Such a beautiful boat. Look at the shine and luster. Wow. Our boats are extra shiny and pretty. This is a regular Dom, not a self-riding. We're about to set this man up to be a monster. Isn't she lovely? A newborn. Let's cut the umbilical cord. Clean on the outside, cream on the inside. We got here our 2000 kV motor. We've got our 200 amp ESC, OPS 01L digital chromoly, CNC aluminum case servo, top-notch components. We have our pods bag, as well as extra parts he wants us to jazz this thing up with. First, I'm going to relocate the speed controller on him. He wants this thing set up just like Patches. Now we've got the speed controller mounted to the left of the motor, so the battery can come all the way back here to the motor. We found this to work really well. I've always set monos up like this, my race monos. I put the speed controller to the left because it counteracts prop walk. Bolted the rudder on. Now this is a unique situation where this customer wants me to ship him this boat completely put together. We typically don't ship them with the rudder in and the shaft in, but we've got an understanding. He's bought a few boats from us, and he's going to take responsibility if something happens. But either way, if something did happen, I'd still replace the parts. But we're going to just we're going to wrap this thing up extremely well. Turn fins on about a 45-degree angle, and you put them up on the slot so they're as shallow as they can be, so you're not getting any drag. I installed the ESC on or off or switch under the deck. That's the least likely place to get splashed. Installed the steering rod, just slid it from the back through the boot, on through, tighten this here, and tighten this here with an L wrench. Now this customer can't kick ass fast enough. He said he wants it all now. So we went with a stainless CNC 4514 with our CNC lock nuts. He also ordered our 3/16 spacers, which are required to run the 4514 stainless on our stock shaft. Now isn't that pretty? That thing looks about as sharp as Meryl Streep's nose. Well, look what have we here. In my parts arsenal, I found a blue oxy drive. Wouldn't that look great on this boat? Oh yeah, it's going on. This customer is real cool. He's not tripping off money or nickel and diming it. I'll just send him an invoice. I added this. Okay, so I've got the original strut nose removed. And the ball bearing oxy drive strut nose prepared to put on. Now I'm not sure if you can see it. We use genuine NMB bearings. Okay, well now what I'm doing while the strut is off, I'm going to remove the Teflon lighter that's inside the stuffing tube. What I did is while it's off, I pushed it forward, and you can see it come out a little bit there. I'm going to loosen the motor and push it back a little bit so I can grab that with the needle nose and just pull it on out. The dreaded liner has been removed. Okay, I've got his water pickups installed. I did it a special way, exactly to my specs, to where if I take a straight edge and run it along the bottom, I'm going to use this shaft instead. If I go straight edge and go all the way across here, it'll just barely touch that. Barely. I'm talking about less than a millimeter. Barely touch that. Barely at all. And that way, there's minimal drag, but excellent pickup. And we've got his oxy drive ball bearing out drive installed as well. We put that in a neutral position. The way we achieved a neutral position is with our straight edge. The keel has a flat spot on it. Put the straight edge on there. And we measure the gap. Got the trim tabs dialed in on both sides. I use a straight edge, and there's just the ever slightest gap. That's where I set them. Okay, so now all the business end is all tuned and set up. Let's do a little bit more shaft work. Now what I've actually done is pause the shaft, the drive dog, and the stub. Just make it real nice for him. Be honest, this customer, he just keeps buying boats from me. He loves RC boats, and he just keeps buying them from me. He doesn't want them from anywhere else but me. And when people, I love working on RC boats. When people are like that, you know what I mean? I tend to go the extra mile for them. Now that sure looks good, if I do say so myself. Oxidean drive technology. We pay close attention to every part of the boat. The drive system is very important. We don't like problems back here, you know what I mean? Everything is precise. The set screws. We don't have you cranking wrenches in here or nothing like that. And these two set screws, they don't have to be Gorilla Tightened either. Soldering in the voltage sensor wires. Shrink wrapped. Then shrink wrapped. You typically don't want to use a heat gun over a box, a cardboard box, inflammatory risks, but I've calculated my risk. Shrunken. Now we install the Quasar GPS module. It consists of a GPS module, double-sided tape, and a rubber grommet. Drill a 1/4-inch hole. Yes, we got the GPS installed. We also used a hanger underneath to route the wire. Now we're gonna fill it with foam. Here we go now. We got expanding foam filled up in the nose. Here's the lab station where it all happened. And we got some foam, expanding pour foam in the lid so he'll never lose his hatch. All right, now this customer, he's already got the Quasar radio. He's going to be using his own radio. I set his receiver up on my radio. His on-off switch is under here. Let's turn the ESC on. Turn the radio on.
Receiver battery 5.9 volt. External battery.
Rudder centered for him. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, to the south. Getting the wind back here. Everything's spinning the right direction. Next, we have to put his decals on. Well, before that, I'm gonna mount his receiver and clean up this octopus. Hey now. We got the wiring all routed up. We got this receiver under the deck. Wiring routed neatly out of the way. Everything has a little bit of leeway. This has leeway so it's not perfectly taut because you're going to be moving this around. Steering servo plugged in. Everything bundled up nicely. Ran and cut the antenna tube for home, dude. Put the silicone shock absorber on there. Next, it's time to put on his graphics. Now, before I start doing the graphics, I hit the boat with some Windex. Clean it off. Make sure the Windex all dries first. If not Windex, any glass cleaner will work. I use a nice, sharp pair of scissors and cut all the pieces out of the sheet. We're getting them stuck on. My. What a beautiful sight. This thing sure is sharp.
Got the baddest boats on the scene. It's got you screaming Oxidean Marine. Who's got the strongest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidean Marine. Who's got the raddest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidean Marine. Who's got the fastest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidean Marine. Starting with the carbon fiber Kevlar weave. CNC parts, man, it's built for speed. High flow water systems cool from heat. 100 miles an hour on the water, shit. Animal twin cat RTR. Fastest in the game, it's a superstar. And the Dominator model, man, it's just as hard. Superpower, self-riding, bright colors and all. So when you hear it on the water, man, you know they rip. The ESC motors, props, it's lit. Strongest power systems on the market, legit. Oxidean Marine, no questions, that's it. Who's got the raddest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidean Marine. Who's got the fastest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidean Marine, yeah.
Well, here it is, folks. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Sign the hatch. Foam the hatch. Sign the inside of the boat. If you want your Dom done like this, just give us a call. Otherwise, if you just like our videos, subscribe to our channel. Smash the like button, and by all means, continue enjoying radio control model boating. Bill Oxidean, and this Dominator, over and out.